think it's time to do some drinking on the internet. Okay. Hey Garth, how we doing?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. I'm doing well. I need a haircut again.
You
It's
do,
been
you
haircut since
do.
lockdown.
Yeah. So today is a really important day because I was driving into work this morning and outside our office, the last couple of months, it's been just nobody there whatsoever. I sat in traffic this morning for the first time in months because kids are back to school. This is wonderful. Traffic is terrible, but it's wonderful because all the kids are going back to school and we can actually have some sort of sense of normality where we love our family, but they go away during the day. So for everybody in the same position, I'm delighted that we're all here. So we're going to have a little bit of drinking about our back to school case, and we're going to start off with our first wine, which is Chateau Chuli. So this is made by two amazing sisters, making a bit of wine in Bordeaux, where we would have started off our wine journey with our family almost 30 years ago. So tell me a bit about Chuli Gar.
So Sash and Chili is actually done by two sisters. It's you want to keep the bottle of wine up there, or will I?
Oh yeah,
I'll keep this wine up here. Yes, Sash and Chili. This is their Francis Courcelle. They got two, but the Sash and Chili the Gavin has is in there. It's 100% Semillon Sauvignon. They got two wines. One's 100% Semillon Sauvignon. The other one is same but Nook. We
yeah.
actually poured out that battery. So the biggest thing. Hello, hello, Lane.
Hey Tracy.
So the biggest thing that you get that you get from this is that it's if anyone's likes Sauvignon Blanc or something like that, or something like light and breezy, especially summery, get something like this. It's essentially
Yeah,
100%. Hello, Carl. Haven't seen you in ages. It's so it comes from Bordeaux Blanc, and it's Entre de Mer. Entre de Mer means in between two seas. Which is basically just the two rivers, the Garonne and the Dordogne. And really, what you get from here is that here's really it's that Loire, the home of Sauvignon Blanc, but it's never 100% Sauvignon Blanc grape. It's Sauvignon Blanc, it's Semillon here, and you got a bit of Semillon Gris, which is like Sauvignon Blanc, but it's got a bit of a grey skin as well. It is much more leaner and much more
yeah.
minerally than you get when you go to something like when they go to New Zealand or somewhere like that. But it is absolutely fantastic wine, and yeah, it's again done by the Courcelle sisters. Francis
Yeah.
Courcelle is their dad, who's their head cuvee is actually named after, who is the girls are so much more charming.
Very
They get
charming. Very, very
and
charming.
have been working with us and our family for 20 years.
Yeah, some really kind of stunning place to be, an amazing place to go, and some great people. Looking forward to seeing them. If you see the image that is on our site of a couple of kids in the vineyard heading back to school, that is actually the Courcelle kids as well. So just to kind of let you know. Anyway, moving on to our second wine, which is Sincero here from Tuscany. Couple of different grape varietals should make it a Super Tuscan, but it's not. The region should make it a Chianti, but it's not. And it is natural wine, but not as you know it. So, Gareth, now that I've stolen all of your lines, please tell us all about Sincero.
Give me everything that I need back into. Okay, great. So what we have here, as Gavin said, it's organic and biodynamic. It's considered a natural wine. This is done by a guy called Francesca. It's Cosimo Maria. It's from Chianti. The first time we actually went up to taste it, I remember seeing the grape varieties. But for me, sometimes Chianti can be quite bitter, even though it comes from Tuscany and it's the Sangiovese grape. It can be quite just just too light, acidic, even though there's loads of heat there. So I found out, so Sangiovese first grape there. The other two grapes were Cabernet Sauvignon and Cabernet Franc, and you just started going, okay, it's going to be tannic wine. Huge surprise when I
But
tasted it because it was completely not like this at all. It was actually quite fresh. You actually had loads of like light red fruits. You got great freshness and just very light tannins. So it is actually perfect to have anytime. At any time, I was actually tasting this with one of our customers there today, because also our restaurants are starting to open again, which is great. And I said this is
hallelujah.
fantastic. This is an absolute refreshing wine. This is something that you can have, whether it just be with pasta or some sort of light thing, or even just by itself. It's also fantastic, great. It's called Sincero, the Happy Tuscan, and
Yeah.
it's organic and biodynamic. It is, I said, it's classified as vegan as well, which means there's no animal products used in the making of it. But coming from Tuscan, coming from the home of Chianti. And a lot of Chiantis, especially our Super Tuscans, are really made like with huge tans and everything else. The real reason is this because historically, a lot of the Italian wines were going over to Italy. Sorry, no, we're going over to
So
America.
the States, yeah.
And then Parker points and all that was very important. So they were looking
Ooh.
huge tannins, over extraction of fruit, all that sort of stuff. But
Yeah.
but things are changing now because they need more international markets, and the reason why they need more international markets is because the Italian diaspora, the new Italian diaspora, are not.
Gareth buffering there again. So what he's saying is that they're not drinking the exact same wines as what they were drinking many years ago. Yeah, good. Next time Gareth will promise to charge his phone. What was that?
But so as a result,
Yeah.
there's more international markets. But this is actually, but international markets is one thing, but essentially this is actually made with natural yeast and it's made to taste where it comes from. And as Susan Rutledge, who I see there,
Yeah.
because
Hey.
yes, he is a righty winemaker. He's a very good-looking winemaker as well, which is very important.
A righty winemaker.
A righty winemaker is exactly her.
Thank you very much. That is not something I ever thought I'd be hearing or saying on Instagram Live.
Exactly.
Cheers.
That's it. Well, that's very much what. So that's
Good.
Sincero from Cosmo Monreal.
Also want to say hello to Brenda. Brenda is on with us as well. Absolute legend that is Brenda. So good to see you. I haven't seen you in ages. Drop into us, but don't come to the office because we can't have people in the office during COVID. Anyway, wonderful, good to see you whenever you're around. Again, continuing on the theme of it's wines but not as you know it. This little beauty is Chandral. Now, Burgundy, but this is not what you'd expect from Burgundy, and if you're a traditionalist, this is not what you'd expect. But I think this is probably why I love it. So, do tell.
You can say Burgundy, but not as you know it again. But look for another way to say it, was it?
Yes, Burgundy, but not as you know it, Jim.
Right.
Anyway,
This is done by one guy called Thibault. He is actually he's up just near Beaune, which is on the Côte d'Or, the Golden Hill. He's very near Pommard, and this is, as Gavin says, wine Burgundy, but not as you know, for the simple reason is that this is 80% Gamay. Right? And before anyone goes back in, looks back in this and say, well, actually, technically, Beaujolais is part of Burgundy, and they're Gamay. Yes, that is.
that's another debate. That's something we're not going to solve tonight.
Yeah, you definitely want to. Yes, but no. Yes, but no. Beaujolais is like that wayward cousin that comes in, thinks they're part of your family, but really aren't. That's how Burgundy views Beaujolais, but Beaujolais view themselves as very, very much part of Burgundy. So this is so first you go to Burgundy, it's nearly always 100% Pinot Noir when it's red, except when it comes to something like this. And this is 80% Gamay. The Gamay grapes are 80 years of age. The vines are 80% grapes. The vines are 80 years of age. And Thibault does not have, once it died, does not have the permission of the Appellation to replant. Yes, replant Pinot Noir. So it's very much a specialized wine. So it's 80% Pinot Gamay and 20% Pinot Noir. What's the first thing? Gamay is much more body of grape. Will give a bit more. This one definitely gives a bit more grip and a bit more tannins. And it's a lot darker in color when you pour it out. He also uses no oak whatsoever in this. So when when it's actually it's fermented with natural yeasts. Why is that important again? Natural yeast, just like the last wine we had here, it actually brings a real sense of terroir, because terroir is not just the soil in there; it's the atmosphere, it's the weather, it's everything. But also it's the yeast you ferment. Because if you use industrial yeast, you can bring yeast from anywhere in order to
make it taste like anything.
It's like pineapple or cherries or something like that. But you don't. So this is, and again, this is Thibault's. Thibault Hubert, His family vines and his own vineyard now. He's been growing quite young since 2018, and he's also organic, also biodynamic, which is quite unusual, which means he doesn't. Okay, for Burgundy in particular, means you don't spray, which is quite brave in Burgundy because you have a lot of problems with mildew and everything else. But he would ascertain, especially since the early 2000s, they have no real problems, especially in his area of Burgundy, for simple reason global warming. Again, I would say about global warming, winemakers are definitely on the sharp edge of it, and they see it a lot more. And the wines that we're getting are changing. For example, this, even though it's 12.5% alcohol, that's fantastic, but they're definitely going up in alcohol.
In alcohol percent. Quick question for you that's been put up here by Bri Buckley. Is this made in a reductive method?
Made in more reductive?
No, is it made in a reductive method?
I'm not sure if I understand. Reductive?
Reductive. Reductive.
The reductive, like I know what you're saying, reductive. Reductive is basically, it shouldn't be reductive methods. It's reduction of zooms, which you're talking about when you smell a glass of wine, and you actually, it means that there hasn't been any, they've actually haven't put enough oxygen into it during the fermentation process in order to, they're probably using lower sulfur and everything else, and it smells like struck match. For me, it has real, like when you taste, actually it just tastes metallic. It just kills all the fruit and everything else inside. No, it's not productive.
Perfect. Cool. Vanda's on as well. Vanda gives away. Good to see you as well. So that's absolutely fantastic. As we kind of discussed at the start, this is actually part of the back to school case that is available on Wines Direct at the moment. If you're a part of our email chain, you will get this like we do with every weekly case every Tuesday. Each of the wines are a celebration of an individual family that we work with who have kids of a young age that have been cocooned and have been at home during COVID and are now gone back to school this week. So that's why we've chosen the case. And to see it on social media, to see it everywhere, and to see kind of my little man's going in for his introductory day to creche tomorrow. He's at 3, so I guess I'm really looking forward to that. But that's kind of the way that it is. So please, everybody, enjoy. And I think that's about it. Gar, do you have anything else? Are you all good?
We're not going to be doing this. Might not be doing this as often in the next few weeks, but we are going to be doing at least once a month. We're going to be doing a interview with a winemaker, like Gavin did last week. It's a lot more exciting to listen to the two of us. So we will be doing. We definitely in October. We definitely have somebody from Italy lined up next month. We
do.
We have to confirm, but we'll get some truly crazy people onto you just to speak, and we'll be promoting that otherwise. And we'd like loads of people to get on and talk and ask questions if that's possible.
Yeah, that's it. Guys, have a great, safe evening. If you're going to drink something, make it good. Gareth, have a great night.
Good night. Thank you. Bye-bye.